the six-sided star ornament, you're going to need just some small bits. So what I've got here is I've got a 7-inch piece of fabric that we use for the backing, 7-inch square. You want 3 strips, different colours, 1 inch by 16 inches of 3 different fabrics. I've got a piece of ribbon that I use for the hanging ribbon. That's about 7 inches long, some batting and some embellishment bits, whatever you need, whatever you've got lying around. First of all, what we're going to do is take the strips and sew them right sides together down the longer edge, and we're going to sew all 3 together so they'll end up as a strip. Now what we need to do is cut the first piece on the left at a 60-degree angle, and we need 6 2-inch strips, making sure that the line of my fabric is on the edge of my ruler, and cut. One of the straight edges that are not on the join side, so either side, and you're just going to put it next to one of the ones that is joined. So we're going to sew the first seam, line them up right sides together, and when we sew them, we're going to sew it a 1/4 inch seam allowance down here, but we're going to stop a 1/4 inch, so 1/4 inch away. We'll stop at that point there, so we'll start at that point, so we'll tack back to that point and sew all the way down, and you want to back stitch at the bottom as well. So again, right sides together. I'm just going to flip it over, so I've got, match up your points, and I'm just going to mark 1/4 inch, which is about there. And the same for this one. So we're just going to go and sew these now. In fact, no, we're going to start our needle on that dot. Put your needle on the 1/4 inch mark that you've done, and I'm just going to go forward a couple of stitches and back. Okay, just to secure. We go right to the bottom at this end and back stitch to secure. So now we've gone all the way to the bottom, but at the top we have left 1/4 inch. We haven't gone all the way to the edge, just the top points only. We're going to do that for all of them. So finger press the long side, not the side where it's already got seams, because that will just add bulk. So we'll press it away from the seams, and now we're going to join and again, so just fold it up and finger press. So now we're going to join the next piece. So line it up, bring it over, right sides together, I've got one seam going that way, one seam going that way, and we're going to start 1/4 inch away, which is where that one started. So we'll put the needle in at that mark. So again, open it up, finger press, and we're going to join the last piece, join the last 2 seams. So we'll do this one first. So right sides together, join up and we're going to start on that 1/4 inch dot, which should go through the seam that we've already sewn underneath. Open it out and finger press, and then we're just going to do this last seam. So just maneuver it around to get this last seam level. And we're just going to start at that point again. Okay. So now we've got all this gathered up bulk, so we're just going to cut that away, but very, very carefully. So I've got a small pair of scissors here. I'm just going to cut this bit here, only as far as the seam. You don't want to cut past the seam. Just so it opens out. And I'm going to get rid of that bit that I've just cut there, that bulky bit. Okay, and then we'll just turn it around. So we've got this here. So I'm just going to cut it down that piece there, but not cutting over the seam. So you're just basically opening out the seam so that we can press the seam flat, getting rid of any bulk, tiny bit of bulk here. Just watch what you're cutting. So now that lays flat, but I'm still going to cut away some of this bulk that's all gathered up here. So I'm going to do another cut there. And I'm just going to cut some of this away in the middle. Okay, and then what that does, that allows that all to sit a bit flatter. On the front, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm because we're going to embellish the front. But basically that's the front side of your ornament. So we have the front side of our ornament made up. Get your back piece, so pin it down. I'm going to leave an opening at the bottom, so about 1 inch, so we'll leave this open and sew all the way around the edge.